guys, this is the second episode that we see at 3 a.m. because now we found out that the episodes come out at 3 a.m. and we wait until 3 a.m. to see them, so we don't have any spoilers on Friday. This episode for me tied in with episode 7. I think it's a great continuation of Wanda's journey, but this episode was a very difficult episode for me to watch because it is Wanda coming to terms with her situation and accepting her reality. I have to say that for me, Elizabeth Olsen in this episode, she kills it. She was so heartbreaking in every scene that dealt with her dealing with what happened in her childhood, then what happened with Vision, and then what eventually leads her to transform Westview into the sitcom that we've been seeing for the past 7 episodes. There's been a lot of theories, but I read today that the director said of the last episode, he said that he feels that a lot of people are going to be disappointed with the finale because of all the theories that they had. And it's going to be something completely different than what we are expecting. So even though I have my ideas, I'm just going to stick to waiting until the episode, not even patiently, because I want to see this episode like now. And I really want to see Wanda in her Scarlet Witch outfit, because there is a beautiful, beautiful scene in this episode, which is the scene with Wanda where she's in yellow, where she has the vision and she sees herself as the Scarlet Witch. The more I think about this episode and I see pictures and I see clips, I always get goosebumps. I don't know how to explain it. The vision that you guys see in this picture is actually White Vision. And we find out that Hayward has been lying this whole time. He was telling everybody that Wanda broke into, a sword and stole Vision's body. And we actually find out in this episode that Wanda created Vision. It wasn't the same Vision that was in Sword. And I'm guessing that White Vision is going to have the power to get into the Hex and fight Wanda.
This episode was everything that I was waiting for. And the thing about theories is that we can all speculate, we can all say all the theories we want, but whoever said, the director, I think it was, people are going to be disappointed because none of what they said is going to happen. Well, two things. One, he could be lying, for sure. One of those theories could be the truth, and it's to actually bring down the expectation of people, the anticipation for them to stop. Because here's the thing, we've seen how people don't know how to produce and inherit what the actual product is. And because they get so consumed by the theories of what they really want for themselves to see, that's when they start hating.
I read a comment on Twitter of this person that was saying that she feels sad that WandaVision is not as appreciated as other Marvel stuff because it does not include the key factor for male audiences, which is like a bunch of action scenes. And I have to say that I agree with that person 100%, because what Marvel did with WandaVision was completely different from what we were expecting with everything that comes out of Marvel. And I have a fear. I haven't seen anything from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, not trailers, nada. Like, I haven't seen anything. My fear is that they're going to try to compensate that with that show, and then it's not going to be as interesting as WandaVision. But it was like Paola was telling me, we were talking on Friday, she was like, we just have to wait until the show comes out because we don't know what story they're going to depict.
Exactly.
And that's something that I agree on when people talk about like, oh, WandaVision isn't that good. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not good? It's a tragedy from the first episode. This is the perspective of somebody that has mental illnesses and she is dealing with depression. And it's like Paola said in one of the comments, I never thought that out of all the characters, Wanda was going to be the most that I related to because of her situation, because of what she was going through. Because I feel like at some point we've all been there in some way, shape, or form, dealing with depression and dealing with our realities and wanting our realities to be something else.
My favorite part of the entire episode, honestly, was the scene particularly, and I think this is Ash's favorite scene as well. It is the one when Wanda actually goes into the room and gets to touch Vision, and she's actually putting her hand over his head and saying, I don't feel you. I can't feel you." That to me was heart-wrenching. It was heartbreaking. And throughout the entire episode, you can actually see the sorrow, the pain, the sadness within Wanda, and how Vision was actually, before they were together, how he was curious about Wanda. It's so hard to pick one particular moment where it was the essence of the entire episode, because the entire episode was fantastic. But the scene that I saw that it was amazing was that we finally identified that, like you said, Ash, she actually blew up, and it is chaos magic. And we finally identified that the entire Marvel universe, Feige had been fooling us into thinking that she derived her powers from the Mind Stone. She did not. She always had the chaos magic within her. What the Mind Stone did was kind of unlock a side of her soul to actually tap that potential and start unveiling it bit by bit.